Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to On the Podcast, a short format episode podcast where we talk about all sorts of things to give you something to do while you kill time on the pod. Or maybe it's the dead of winter and it snowed last night. And it snowed a little dusting, but it sure did snow, and you gotta do something about it before the city fines you for not shoveling. So you gotta get out, shovel that sidewalk, shovel that driveway. And while you do it, you're like, why did I even buy a house with a driveway or a sidewalk? I'm so over this. I'm so over this. But you can make it even more exciting by putting on an episode and learning something while you clear the roads. I'm Liz.
And I'm Katie. Hey, Liz.
Hey, Katie.
What are we talking about today?
Oh, Katie. Have you, when I say Nessie, what do you think of?
The Loch Ness Monster.
Yeah, and what do you know about the Loch Ness Monster?
He lives in a loch in Scotland. He, I don't know. She, I'm gonna say she.
Vanessa.
No, Nessie.
Vanessa Nessie.
Oh.
Okay. Loch Ness Monster.
Loch Ness, yeah. And that's about it.
What's a loch?
Big body of water.
It's a lake. It's a lake. That is it for today. You just learned what a loch is. Well, Katie, did you know that we in the United States have our very own Nessie, if you will?
My family always joked that there was a sea monster in Grand Lake, but I guess that's not what we're talking about. No. This
is Champ from Lake Champlain, which is a lake in Vermont, in New York, and it extends up into parts of Quebec, Canada.
Oh, there you go. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So if you're in Vermont and you're looking across Lake Champlain, you can see New York, and if you're in New York, looking across Lake Champlain, you can see Vermont.
And a sea monster. Or
potentially.
I guess a lake monster.
Potentially. A loch monster. So here's the story on our buddy Champ. First of all, do you understand why his name is Champ?
Champ, Lake Champlain.
There you go.
There you go. That's the connection.
Okay, good. So, there's supposedly this story of the indigenous people that lived out there about a woman who drowned in the lake, and her lover was so distraught that he threw 2 rocks in the lake and then became this monster. Now, I don't think that's true. The
case. Obviously, it was born out of an egg.
Hello. Science. So, the French explorer Samuel de Champlain, or probably de Champlain, I don't know. I don't speak French. It's who the lake is named after. He was out there on the lake documenting different creatures that he saw. He described what he saw, and this is what he said, and I quote, "There is also a great abundance of many species of fish. Amongst others, there is one called chasaro, which is of various lengths, but the largest of them, as these tribes have told me, are from 8 to 10 feet long. I've seen some 5 feet long, which were as big as my thigh and had a head as large as 2 fists, with a snout 2.5 feet long and a double row of very sharp, dangerous teeth. Its body has a good deal the shape of the pike, but it's protected by scales of silvery gray color and so strong that a dagger could not pierce them."
So is that Champy? Champion? Champ?
Champion? No. They actually believe that this champ in this case is a garfish, which is like a elongated little fish with a big old snout and like lots of teeth. So historians don't think that is Champ, but I think at one point maybe our buddy Champlain did. Just a regular old fish.
Just a regular old 5-foot fish.
Yeah,
lake fish.
2-fisted head. That's a teeth.
I was thinking like school bus size, not like 5-foot fish.
Well, Katie, there are more sightings.
Okay, cool.
So after that, Captain Crumb in 1819 was in Bulwaga Bay, which is where the legend of the drowning girlfriend comes from. Mm-hmm. And he saw what he described as had a head of like a seahorse. It was 187 feet long, had 3 teeth, eyes like peeled onions. Yeah. I don't know. No idea. They were a lot more poetic back in the day. A white star on its head, and then had a red belt around its neck. Which is, whoa, right?
Whoa, that's more what I was expecting.
Yeah, it is.
To hear something like that, not like a 5-foot fish.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. Captain Crumb was 200 yards away from this thing, so I don't know that we can trust it.
Could have been 2 rocks.
Could have been 2 rocks, yeah. Correct. Well, then in 1873, there were actually 3 different occurrences, 3 different sightings of Champ. A railroad crew saw the head of an enormous serpent. Mm-hmm. That same year, Clinton County Sheriff Nathan Mooney saw an enormous snake or water serpent that was about 25 to 35 feet long.
Okay, so somewhere in between 5 and 100 and some odd feet.
Yeah, so somewhere between a garfish and a
school bus.
And a school bus. Yeah. And then that same year in 1873, the steamship W.B. Eddy ran into Champ.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it almost nearly turned that steamship over, according to tourists. I wish I had more information on that, because that is just like, what? You run into a sea monster and you're just like, well, we have no documentation of it other than it almost tipped it over. Like, okay.
That to me is like the boat captain was drunk and like, it was a sea monster that I ran into.
Did you guys see Champ down there? Scary, right? You got onion eyes. Yeah, that's all we got. Now, of course, this is the 1800s, right? Late 1800s. So P.T. Barnum has to jump in. Mm-hmm. He offered up $50,000 for Champ's hide.
$50,000 in the late 1800s. That's a lot of money.
Good chunk of change.
Yeah.
So, nobody ever gave him Champ's hide, just an FYI.
No. He did have Topsy, though.
He did have Topsy. Now, there have been numerous sightings, of course. In 1945, the SS Ticonderoga saw it, which was another ship.
Didn't crash into it.
No. No, you crash once, you learn. So by the 1990s, there were 180 sightings by 600 people.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That means that there's multiple people seeing this creature at once.
600 sightings. That's a...
No.
600 people. Dang it. 600 people. That's pretty impressive for the number of people who claim to see this rock sea monster.
So there, we're in the 1900s. We're in the late 1900s. People have taken pictures of Champ. I have searched the internet far and wide, and all they show me are pictures of the lake. So I haven't seen these pictures of to prove that Champ exists. There was a pretty big increase in the 21st century of sightings because the Today Show caught wind of it. There was a Japanese TV show that caught wind of it. Discovery Channel. There were all sorts of like different TV stations that featured Champ and Lake Champlain. So today there have been over 300 sightings. In 1977, Sandra Mancy took a photo of Champ, and it was investigated by the FBI, and they proved basically that in the area that she was, the depth of the lake was like 14 feet, so there's no way it could have been Champ.
Was that 5-foot fish?
They theorized that it was like a piece of log that's just like floating up.
Can't believe the FBI got involved.
I know. Well, and then like there are still people you can find online. There's still people to this day all over New York, Vermont, Canada, who's claim they see, this thing come up and then go away with no ripples. So they claim that they're seeing it still.
There would be ripples.
Not if you're a sea monster. Not if you're a mystical sea monster.
I guess so.
So yeah, and then in the 1980s and 81 in 81 New York passed law protecting Champ, and then 82 Vermont followed suit, and so it's a safe ground for Champ to remain.
Okay.
They love out there over around Lake Champlain. They love Champ. There's monuments to him. Vermont has a baseball team where he's the mascot. So to this day, Champ is beloved by all out there.
I'd like to create the hubbub that was around Champ when all the television stations covered him, and create the hubbub around the Grand Lake Sea Monster. Everybody.
You ever heard of Champ?
What about the Grand Lake Sea Monster?
Grandy?
Grandy.
The thing that always bothers me about these mythical creatures like Nessie and Champ and Bigfoot, yeah, Yetis, whatever, is that it's the first sighting is always hundreds of years ago.
Yeah.
And it's we're supposed to believe that there's literally just one and that they live hundreds of years. Absolutely not.
They're magical creatures. They don't create waves.
Exactly. But I'm look, if they're maybe these sightings were legit. Maybe these sightings were legit in the 1800s. But that creature only lived however long whales live, which is 100 years. Maybe. We'll do an episode on that. It has to be dead. It has to be dead by now.
See, I think if there's a mythical creature like that, it is a 100-year-old creature.
Well,
that's
then
my
what
take.
the hell is it doing? Just hanging out in a lake?
Hiding. I don't know.
Spending all of its mythical powers just hiding in a lake.
Okay.
So that is Champ.
There you go. I'm into it. Let's take a trip. Go find Champ.
It's beautiful up there in Burlington, Vermont.
Have some Cape Cod clam chowder.
Yep, not near Cape Cod, but yes.
Liz, what's that inside my body?
It's a little bit of knowledge.
Well, see you next time.
Mystical, ristical.